and I will begin speaking again. I don't want you to miss any of my, brilliant things I talk about. That's for sure. Might be a little lower than we need, but I'll go ahead and start it there. Oh, yay! So when I went on my walk this morning, I was able to walk across the what was formerly the vernal pool. It's gone, which was great. So I could do my I could loop it. It's of course nicer to walk through the nature preserve both ways, but on the other hand, it's slightly longer, and sometimes for whatever reason I want to get back home, so that way I go down to my little hidden woodland and then straight up to the sidewalk. It cuts about 15 minutes off, which this morning seemed like a good idea. But I was surprised it was completely dried. I mean, last time I looked, it was a flowing thing. And someone had actually someone or something had kind of done a path through it, so I was able to walk, on that, but it was way out of the way because it was this raging water, and then today it was just like nothing. So completely dried up. Grass was wet though. Can't stop that, and very long. So despite my waterproof shoes, it got kind of over them and got the top of my little tootsies wet, which was okay. There's worse things in this world, huh? No, I know, right? Pretty sizable mud, but no, there was not. So anyway, I thought about doing this bigger, but then I decided to just do a simple, quick little thing this morning. Sometimes, you can get bogged down wanting to do something more grandiose, and then you don't do anything. So I decided instead I would do something simpler. So I'm almost sketching it out in the white paint of this will be the vernal pool coming along here. And this is our sky area coming along here. And I'm going to try and kind of mirror both things a bit. I want to use a bit of an unusual palette for this one. I want to do kind of a subtle sort of orangey sort of sunset thing, maybe with a little bit of purple in the clouds, and then like a dark silhouette where the rest of it is. I might want that pool part to go up further. Well, we can deal with that at the time. All right, so let's see here colors-wise. So I'm going to kind of do an as above, so below thing as we go along here. I could probably do this in, I'll leave some white. And I'm just going to build some oranges down here. And we might swipe it first, then I might use the blower after. And we'll put some of that down here. Just building as we go. And I want the actual orange, which is, well, that's different. This orange. Oh boy, I'm very low on orange for a person that decided to do a basically orange painting today. Oh, there it came out. I was going to say, and it's stuck, but it did come out. Come along in there. But this will probably be almost like a pastel because it's got the white beneath it, which is fine. And then I'd almost like to get almost a, gosh, I'm almost tempted to do a blue, but I think maybe I'll do a purple near the top. I want something not too hot though. I'm going to do a little bit of purple up here. A little bit down in here. Okay. See if we can get a little bit in the corners there. Same over in here in the corners. Alrighty. I think first I'm going to try just to swipe. The reason is because if I use the blower, it'll blow everything every which way, and I almost want to leave this like a gradient coming up there. So we'll try a swiper first. That's my best shot at a swiper. Let me see here. Oops. Like a detail one I just threw on the floor. Let's see if I can find that. I thought I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have to keep those little ones. I'm always needing them. Well, this would be more than one, but that would be okay. Let's try this one first. Even try. Let's just turn this. What the heck? Why try and struggle our way over there at a weird and swipe at a really weird angle, and we can just turn it a little bit. I'm going to turn it around, use the other side, do something similar, I think, here. Now this will probably distort that a bit. That's okay, because I felt like I maybe didn't get it far enough anyway. Okay, actually there's not that much left of that. This end piece will probably work well enough. Let's do that there. Missed a little bit near the top. And this side maybe will come over here and bung right into that. That's fine. And right into that too. I should have cleared the decks. Totally on me. I like that, but I feel like there's not quite enough variety here in the colors. So I'm going to throw some of that purple in there. I like this. The sky needs some work, but I kind of like the water almost just the way it is without me doing anything else on it. Let's see, I'm going to try and, this one part here I'm not that happy with. It doesn't quite mesh in with the rest of it. We lost some bits there. Also lost some bits up here. I'm just going to throw this back up there. Probably should have put some of that purple back in there. But let's see if we can get that back in there. Trying to get this one side down there. Because, you know, when you swipe over, you get, there's not as much paint on the one side because of the swipe. I'm just trying to get it down there. There's a little bit not coming down there. I'm going to help that along there. Sometimes that is disastrous, but let's try it. It's where the paint's not quite flowing over the side there. Okay. Let's see what we got there. There's a little bit maybe there. No, that might just be white. That might be okay. This part here I wasn't too sure about. I want to get some of that purple back in there anyway. Let's try that. I'm going to try and get that back down there. Because it'll suffer from the same problem. There won't be any paint right there on the edge unless you can tilt it that little bit. Okay, that looks more like that to me. And it's more blended in. Okay. I could blow this, but I am tempted to leave it. I think that is an actual bald spot. I thought that was something else. I'm tempted to leave it just the way it is. You see? Oh, hey! Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I won't be particularly long either. This is sort of just a quick one I had in my little head and thought I'd see if I could get it out of my head and onto this canvas. That's my goal. This is of the vernal pool that has dried up. I walked across where it was this morning. So many wildflowers, just gorgeous out. I need to do a little bit more paint near the top there, but I think it's okay. Let's see what you guys are seeing. Are you still in frame? Oh boy, that one's suddenly very bright, didn't it? Let me fix my exposure on this camera. There we go. That's better. Let's see if that looks better. That looks better, doesn't it? Now you can see more. What happened was I fixed everything, then I realized I had the lights off, so when I turned the lights off, the exposure probably went just insane the way it does. All right, so now we've got basically where the vernal pool is and isn't. So now what I'm going to do is get the next layer of landscape on there. Let's see if I can get back to my reference photo. There it is. Yeah, I hope to be back this afternoon, but sometimes, as you all know, I oversleep. I can be useless that way. All right, now I think what I want to do is I want to have a layer of like background hills back here, but I don't want that completely black. I want that maybe a little bit darker. Actually, I probably could have used this color for that top bit. Well, that's how it goes. Sometimes you think of these things after the fact. Let me put a layer in here. And this is just going to be a layer maybe like background hill sort of things. And put a little bit of that white. I kind of lost my white layer in there. Let me put another layer of white in there. All in there. And then let's try and use this and build just some distant mountains, but I don't want them too dark. I have more paint in here than I needed really for this. You know what I might even do? I might leave this the way it is and come back in the afternoon and put the silhouette part in. Oh, that might be a good idea. You know how I do sometimes? I let it dry and then come back for the silhouette. That might be this is a good candidate for that. I'm gonna get that smaller swiper that I found and then mislaid. Maybe slightly bigger swiper, not this size. Okay, so we could get the background done. I am so warming to that idea. Get the background mountains and stuff done. I keep messing that up. And then come back out and do the silhouette part later. That is really an interesting idea. I could fill in the dark part, then come back. All right, then probably what I want there, I might want the blower there for the hills. I'm going to turn it or leave it. Again, I somehow ended up with nothing over there. Let's kind of do that, and then we'll fix it. We'll fix the top layer. Oh yeah, because I swiped, so of course I ended up a little bit goofed up there. Let's bring this all the way down. Okay, I'm going to get my small blower. I'm going to turn this way, I think. I'm going to try and just tuck these mountains in there. How that looks. Oh, you know what? I didn't turn on my fan, which makes it very quiet in here. I'm getting a bit of that paint fume, so let's turn that on. we've got our mountains in here. This mountain here seems to have had some sort of identity crisis, so let's kind of make that look a little more like a mountain. A lot of this will be covered up with the silhouette of the rest of it anyway, but I like that one. That's not too bad. Now, oh, thank you, Hubert. Now I think, why don't we go, I think we will go ahead and kind of build this silhouette a bit. We can at least fill this in, and then we'll decide if we could do more. I kind of like this color. Like I said, I kind of wish I'd used it near the top instead of the purple. I think it might have been a better choice. I wonder if I could cover it at this point. Probably would be suicide to even try. Well, what the heck, we could try it. Might try it anyway. Let's see if we can, I'm going to try a little bit down here. I'm going to see if I can swipe some of this in, because I think it would look more cohesive to have that color anyway, with now that we're putting it in the mountains and stuff. So let me try and get that in there without wrecking the whole thing. Well, that's what happens when you kind of plan as you go. Sometimes you get a different thought and want to implement that. I'm trying so hard to get these edges covered and they just keep pulling right up there. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. And the same here. I'm trying to do something in there. Pull that in there. It's a little more of that color. Doesn't quite blend in there the way I'd like to see, so let's try and come in there. Especially for clouds, you want to have something come in there. Alright, that's a little better. Now we'll just, oh, I probably don't want to tilt that if that's going to run all over the place. Let me blend this in there. Then I'm going to tilt it to bring that other stuff over there, but I don't want to get too much of this red running all over the place. Just enough to mix it in there would be great. Right here, what kind of came off there? See what kind of came off? Over here. So my only question is, do I want to try and blend these two right together, which I can do with a blower. Oh shoot, boy, that really distorted the hell out of those mountains, didn't it? Yikes. You would be well within your rights to say yikes to that, huh? Well, let's just try and recreate those mountains. Wow. Yeah, so that was a thing that happened, huh? Trying to do one thing and something else. That's how poor painting is, right? You try to do one thing and something else gets way the hell away from you. Well, I might try the blower. I just like to blend these two areas slightly. Let me try the blower on that. Let's see what we can do there. Actually, that's not working too badly. Sometimes it can still be a little abrupt, but it seems to be okay. No trouble here. Maybe we don't have quite enough paint there. But I'm doing this, and I don't want to tilt it again after that happened with the mountains. Although, you know, I think overall they might look a little better. I'm going to say that because now they're the way they are, so let's assume they're better. No, I'm still not getting quite what I want. Let me try a straw. Being full of hot air as I am, sometimes I can get more and more the effect I want that way. That's not looking too bad. It could stand maybe a little bit, fixing that right there. That looks a little strange. We'll just try and fix that. I think we can live with that. Okie doke. Now let's go back into the silhouette colors, huh? So for that I want something very dark. I put a little of this red in there because I wanted to tone the black a little bit. But then we're just basically going to... Boy, that black looks gray, doesn't it? This is a black I got and it just looks gray to me. I'm going to stick with the regular black. When I want a really cold black, I need the Liquitex, I guess. I got the Blick one, which I use for the white with no problem, but the black just keeps looking gray to me, like a dark gray instead of a black. Alright, let's get that in there. Now we should be able to move this a little bit. Okay. What I might do is even do the details in regular paint and then reflect them down. I may kind of wimp out in that regard. Push that right. I want to push this right to the edge and then decide how far over I want to go. So basically this part will be just filling in canvas. Let's see what we can do there. I'll come all the way across with this black. It's going to be our horizon line. We're going to put trees and stuff in there. And then here we're going to start building this just in an interesting manner. Don't want to see any straight lines here. I want to just sort of blend that all the way. Then I'll probably want to come all the way like that, bound it in there. I think I might want to turn it upside down to do this other part, so let's do that. What I'd like to do is blend that a little bit. Move that back over there. Actually, I think I'd like to, I feel like that's looking a little straight. Let's try and bring that back in there. Turn it this way so I know what I'm looking at here. Okay, so we've got our sunset coming up there. What I'd like to do is sort of bring this in here like a little reflection within there so far. Okay. And over here, we're going to build some more landscape. Yeah, by adding the dark in there, Humor, yeah, it does. That's what makes it really give it more of a sunset look, is the contrast of the dark in there, I think. A little stringy thing got in there. There we go. So now, where did I put that? Put that right there. I'd like to move this like almost a little extra layer in here. It's a little darker than that. There's like a little layer of extra little mountains that are in there in the front of the bigger peaks of the mountains. Got that. So now what I'd like to do is start building the actual landscape. We'll go ahead and do a little bit in this. If it's not working out, then I'll wait and do it later. But if it's working out okay, we'll go ahead and do it now. And what I'd like to do is maybe when I reflect, I want to reflect with more of the red into this water. So let's first of all get more of our landscape done. And that will consist mostly of a big tree that's right about here. Big oak tree here. I need my smaller little thing, but we'll use this one for now. Another arm that comes over there. All the way down there. What I'd like to do would be to sort of mimic that over in here. Something smaller, I think. We'll continue and do a couple little things back here as well. Excuse me. All right, and maybe we'll do some other little tree things back in here. What kind of tree? That one, of course, has no reflection because it's not reflected down there, obviously. And maybe do something. This particular landscape here has like a row, like I guess it's a wind-breaking row of trees back here. What I'd like to do is do that more this way. Get some, and we'll come back down in here as well. Not too much in there. Okay. We'll have to turn those into something that looks a little more like trees. At least we can give that a start. Oops, there's one that comes all the way down there. You know, they have those lines of like a windbreak for the for the wind, I guess you'd say. That's why it's there. But those rows of trees they put in for a windbreak, that's what's back there at this particular point. So I wanted to recreate that a bit, if we can. We can do something that looks a little like that. Maybe just kind of mess with that a little bit. What would probably do well with that would be a fork. We get those lines in there. This isn't doing bad, and maybe we don't want to be too much in there. And back here, we want to do that more like the ground that's there. Okay, and then over here, I want to do the same sort of thing. Yeah, for farmers, exactly. And there is a farm back there, even right now, even in today's world, we still have farms where I live. Yeah, even just this little bit of foliage, I think it makes it more obvious those are trees and not some fence post or something in there. There we go. That's actually pretty much what I was going to do with this. A little more over there, I guess. What I'd like to do is maybe bring this over like that. Well, there, we've got the thing. Now is that, I think I might need one more of these right here. I think I'm not quite all the way down there. Let's get one more. There we go. The other thing I'd like to do would be to make this look a little bit grassier if we can. I often don't have that much luck depicting grass in pour paint, but let's you know, but I won't give up trying. I think some of it is I just need to do this more, just be more patient with it. But that's the difference between it looking like a, you know, a dead sort of landscape. As if we could get some grassier looking things in there. It's a little grassier looking in places. Sorry, I don't know what is going on. I seem to be perpetually needing to scratch my nose. Must be the allergies coming in there. You know how it is that time of year. It doesn't look too bad for grassiness, I guess. Kind of run the paint got very thin here, so I'm kind of running into some other issues over that. probably about right. Mix that in a little better, I think. I need to have this a little more mixed in there, I think. In a little better. I think what I'd like to do is have there be more of a, almost a demarcation between these two areas. And here, make that more like the move that in more. I'm not sure what happened here. Let's, you know what I'm going to do is do the opposite. I'm going to, what I meant to do is kind of reflect the grasses there, but it looks like something should be reflected up here, so I'm just going to add something up here. That will look like that's what that's reflecting. Hopefully. You know, it did me too, you Mert. I was painting this at the, you know I'm painting the thing I just saw a few minutes ago out there, but it looks like Africa to me. I think it's the sunset colors in particular. But I agree, I thought exactly the same thing. Let's try, since we're here now, and this is a little bit, I'll take this one. Now that's a little more set, we should be able to add something that looks a little more like details on this tree so it's not quite as clumpy. Maybe I could put a giraffe or something in there, huh? Funny how a few minutes ago that just clumped into little balls of nothing, and now I can put individual leaves in there, isn't it? It's the magic of pour painting. Give it a few minutes and you can do stuff. front there. I must say, I'm a little disappointed with that black I got, because it is definitely looking gray in there. This was my, I'm back to my Liquitex. I'm going to have to order more of that then. So I ordered a big thing of the blick one, because I was low on it. So if it's not going to work out, I should probably get some black Liquitex. And I can use it as gray. I mean, it's not like gray is a useless color or anything, but when you want this sort of black, you don't want it to look gray. Oh, there, that's better, isn't it? That's a lot more. Now, the reflection part I'm not worried about, because that's sort of moving water anyway, so that's fine. That again looks really dark, doesn't it? Let me pull it down a bit too. Let's see if I can get you guys a little better picture of that. Oh, it's swapped back to 7. No wonder it looks so dark. Boy, it goes its ways, doesn't it? There we go. That looks more like the real colors that it is. First it's too bright, then it's too dark. Anyway, this looks about right. And about what I wanted. So, can't argue with that, huh?